Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Cincinnati Bengals. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Cincinnati. This fielded at the 2. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
Check 55, Mike. That's the pass.
On first down, Garoppolo. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Here we go, here we go.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Dances by him. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here we go, here we go. 180.
Get that quarterback, D-line.
This is Cohen. Oh, he shifts past him. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. Second down coming up.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go. 180.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you.
Now on second and 13. Garoppolo. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. 16 yards, a first down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you got to love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. First down, a run with Cohen. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down now, it's Cohen. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And Wilson has it. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Taywan Taylor there to make the grab. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the first carry for an Ohio native. It's Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Yeah, let's get 7.
There we go, 2.
Mike 52. Mike 52.
On the counter, Elliott. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Kill.
From just shy of midfield, Prescott, he gets it to Thomas. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Check, 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 check. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Watch the screen.
Here's Prescott. And Thomas has it. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 23 yards, the final tally. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
A loss of 2 there, second down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Switch gears, switch gears.
Now Elliott. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Throwing. Prescott under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. The inside linebacker, Danny Trevathan, gets the sack. 6-0 our score after 1. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? To throw is Prescott. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
The kick by Sanders is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
11.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 23-yard line.
Mike. Here we go. Black 80.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And this is incomplete. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there. But now it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Kayvon Webster. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down in the hands of the wrong team.
Here we go.
52's the mic. Hey. Shit. Check three.
Kill.
A first down carry by Elliott. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Second and 9 at the 40-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let him know.
Prescott to throw it. Jones has it. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Hey, let's go. Pick it up, D. Hey, what's that?
On third down, it's Prescott. It's caught. Jones. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And 21 yards there as they convert on third.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Mike 5-4. Stay with your man.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Texans have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Here we go, here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
On 1st down, it's Cohen. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit. But only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Garoppolo. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just in a simple adjustment.
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. The 20. Touchdown, Houston. Ezekiel Elliott. 91 yards. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Hey, alert!
To throw, it's Garoppolo. He's got Evans. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
So a first and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
They'll run on second down with Cohen. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Pierre Desir in on the stop.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Garoppolo looks to throw. They're able to locate Wilson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball, but how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. The Texans on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Complete to Jones. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion. 10th carry now for Elliott. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
First down.
A first down throw for Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Draw play, Elliott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up, loose football. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Prescott from the gun. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Keelan Cole, the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Again, it's Elliott. 7 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
59 mark, 59 mark. Check, 59.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time, and it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Prescott. And that's incomplete. So good coverage there defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the 3rd.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side. A beautiful fake. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now Cohen. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 34-yard line.
Here we go. Wait, 80! Here we go.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And a completion to Wilson. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can attempt to play the field. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the 1st drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They'll try the sweep with Elliott. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Well, it looks like they caught him off guard on 2nd and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for them. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on 3rd down.
Prescott now. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Uchenna and Wosu got the sack there. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check 24, check 24.
They run. This is Cohen. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. You gonna see me in your nightmare.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Garoppolo. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The D-tackle, Sheldon Richardson, came barreling in for the sack.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Mike Evans, 46 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some 1st downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
At the 25-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go, let's go.
We're going to 52.
54.
Here's Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped, and the Bengals grab it. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the 2nd half. They give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that gives them a 3-point lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Texans.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. 26, 26.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Watch the fly. Watch the fly. Watch the fly. Watch the fly.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Cincinnati. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Uchenna Nwosu picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Shifts by him. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Here we go.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Garoppolo now. And this is caught by Evans. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 11 yards there, 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now this throw caught left side. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Bullock good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Next to score, Bengals 30, Texans 20.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's get that ball, again. Let's get that ball right here. That's us.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle.
2nd and 10. The 39-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
54. Here we go, dude. Here I come. Here I come. Check safety. Check safety.
We're going to 53.
Mike 5-4.
26.
Now Prescott. Caught by Jones. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 33.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Elliott on first down going absolutely nowhere. He'll lose about 3 on the play. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Right there, 54 Mike. Push him back. Push him back.
26.
Now on 2nd and 13. Prescott. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
First down, Texans.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball.
Prescott to throw it. Shakes off the sack. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Uchenna Nwosu able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Here we go, 46.
54 Mike. 54 Mike.
Another try after the first down sack. Prescott gets it off to Freeman. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Around the NFL, they're in the 4th now in Green Bay. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each ending in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack? Or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They try again with Cohen. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And Wilson has it. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on. And this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. A good pickup there, 26 yards. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll run on 1st down. Cohen. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation.
A loss of 1. It's now 3rd and 9.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals.